I'm really taking after my mama.
Was she hard on you? How did she motivate you? What are some things that she did to help you, like learn the things that you've learned?
Cuss me out every day. It's like bro, I used to think my mom was mean.
Yeah?
Like, I used to think she was so mean, bro.
You're like, this coach has got nothing on my mom.
Nothing. Like, her talking to me, like, I'm like, why are you so mean to me? She was like, I'm doing this because I love you. And, like, now that I'm older and I see it, it's like, okay, I see what you was talking about.
Inside the 40 to the 30, there he goes. Jackson to the 10 to the 5, touchdown Arkansas.
By now, Razorback fans know the name Ja'Quinden Jackson, the former Texas quarterback turned running back who has wowed with his size, power, and impressive cuts.
Me playing quarterback, I usually know like what they doing, what coverages they in, who coming. I can see like where I'm about to hit it.
Motivated by his mother, JJ, as those close to him call him, has been on quite a journey.
My mama did everything by herself. So me seeing her do that by herself makes me, I gotta go get this from my mama now. Like, that's why I do the things I do. That's why I run the way I run. Because if I was just doing it for me, I promise you I wouldn't be here.
From humble beginnings, to injuries, to tragedy.
We have two
I lost 3 in the year of 2020, and then backdoored and lost A-Lo in 21.
To finally playing big-time college football at Texas, Utah, and now Arkansas.
We've got a hole at the 5, touchdown! Ja'Quinden Jackson, touchdown!
Coach Petrino I love the toughness. I love your toughness. He kept saying it in my visit, and I was just like, cool.
We sat down with Razorback starting running back Ja'Quinden Jackson to talk about his journey from high school quarterback to an SEC running back and how his personal losses helped shape him into the player and person he is today. Man, you've gotten off to a great start.
Yeah, trying to.
What's that been like?
Just taking it day by day and just stacking games on top of games, really. I'm just trying to get where I want to be.
What do you see when you're at running back? You know you're probably getting the ball. What are you looking at? What are you seeing?
First, I'm looking at the technique of the D-line. I'm looking at the linebackers, and then I'm looking at the safety. Like, I go from the line of scrimmage all the way back. Because it usually, like me playing quarterback, I usually know, like, what they doing, what coverages they in, who coming, like. So, like, I just look at it from then on there, and then once the play start, everybody just flow. So then the game's just so slow to me now to, like, I can see, like, where I'm about to hit it. So it's like the D-line flow, the linebackers flow. Once the linebackers flow too much, put my foot in the ground and go.
So that's a great perspective because any good running back's got to have great vision. You got to be able to see, right? Like,
most definitely.
Like things that are opening up and find the holes, especially when they're not where they were supposed to be.
Facts.
But your background as a quarterback is an interesting addition to you playing running back. How has that helped you? And we'll get into your background, but how has, you mentioned some of it there, being a former quarterback, really most of your life, right?
Been an athlete, really. I haven't played everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
in college, you started like high school, college. You started your career as a.
I started playing quarterback my freshman year in high school.
Yeah. Okay.
And
so
then,
long, pretty much your adult life.
Yeah.
You were a quarterback until you made that switch at Utah. But how has that helped you as a running back?
Basically, it's just like it make it easier because, like I say, I can tell what coverages they in, who blitzing. And, like, stuff like that helps me as a runner. You
said, I've been an athlete. That's what I've played everywhere. You've been an athlete since you were, like, 5?
I actually started playing football when I was 7.
Okay.
And, like, it's crazy. It's crazy how it happened because I used to suck at football.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I was a crybaby. And my mama, like my people would tell you, like I used to cry a lot. So like once I started picking up on how the game is supposed to be played, and like I used to just watch highlights all day, like football highlights. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So once I started seeing it and applying it on the field, that's when everything just started taking off.
When did you start liking football?
I always liked football, but like I never just applied myself to football. I ain't started like applying myself until I got my first offer.
Really?
Yeah.
So what were you like growing up?
Yeah, kid, just being a kid, having fun, really. Just being a kid.
You wanted to say something else. Yeah, man,
y'all need to do this.
I was a little bit of a mess. Yeah, I was kind of a messy kid sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay attention. You didn't probably care as much as you.
Nah.
Yeah. But you were. I'm guessing you were athletic,
yeah.
so you were able to get out there and run around and just do whatever. And we see this. We see a lot of talented people.
Yeah.
Never really figure that out. Like they just get by on that skill and that athleticism, right?
And I always been a big kid too, so like I was always bigger than everybody else. So like that kind of elevated me higher than others. So
Yeah.
I was huge.
What were you playing before you got to high school? You know, kind of middle school.
Middle school, I was playing quarterback, running back, receiver, linebacker, safety, DN. I was playing everything. Only thing I didn't play was corner.
You must have been a beast, but you weren't really applying yourself then? You weren't serious about it?
I was just having fun.
Just having fun.
That was it. Like football was like now it's a business. Like you gotta treat it as such. So now it's just like it's still fun to a certain extent, but like it wasn't like back then.
Did you have dreams back then of playing in the NFL and that kind of
definitely.
thing? Yeah.
Like my grandfather is the first person that ever gave me a football, and he a Cowboys fan. So like I tell my mama like hopefully one day I can be in that uniform and just make him proud, cause like he was a huge Cowboys fan. Like he loved the Cowboys, love them. So I'm like, well, really my whole family loved the Cowboys.
Duncanville, Texas, right? That's where you grew up, or where you went to high school?
I went to high school there.
Where'd you grow up?
I grew up. So a lot of people don't know this, but like I was born in East Texas.
Okay.
And I moved to Dallas when I was like 3,
Okay.
4. And I grew up in like the South Dallas part of Dallas. Like Pleasant Grove. Like I moved throughout Dallas, but like I mainly stayed in Pleasant Grove. It's like 5 minutes from Mesquite. Because a lot of people don't know where Pleasant Grove is, so I'll be having to say it's
Right,
by
I
Mesquite.
understand.
So like, yeah.
So you grew up in cowboy country.
Basically.
Yeah. And a lot of talented football.
Oh, yeah.
You grew up around a lot of talented football
A lot.
players.
I done seen a lot of players yeah. So
You talked about the seriousness of it and being a business now. I'll get to that in a minute, but let's go back a little bit more. How'd you grow up? Tell me about your family. Who raised you? Siblings? What was growing up like for you?
Sometimes we had to struggle. Sometimes, cause like my mama always had a job. My mama been working since she was 16. So like it was never. She always made it happen when she didn't have it. So it was me, my sister, and my mama most of the time.
What'd you learn? What did that teach you looking back?
That you can put your mind to anything that you want to do in life. Like seeing her do things that's not possible, that I think that she couldn't do, that wasn't possible, she made it happen. Like she did everything by herself. So it's just like I have to repay her, and like that's why I'm doing this. Because if I was just doing it for me, I promise you I wouldn't be here.
Really?
I promise you, like, because like everything that goes on in life, you be want to give up sometimes, but like it's somebody in your life that gives you that extra motivation to keep going. Like one day you get up and be like, man, I don't feel like doing this today, bro. Then reality hit. Oh, you got people at home that you gotta keep going and do stuff for. Because at the end of the day, I'm the head of the family. Because I done got farther than anybody else in my family.
So you grew up basically without a dad?
I mean, my pops was in the picture, but it was like in and out on some stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, me and my siblings close, like on my pop's side. Like, I have a big sister and a little brother. My little brother just left from out here from the UAB game, so.
Yeah?
Yeah, so he, so I'm close with my family, you know, but, you know, life happens and responsibilities. I'm getting older now. I don't really have time to talk to everybody, so, like, you know, but.
Yeah. It feels like you feel a sense of responsibility for your family.
I am. I'm very, like, I'm a family man. Like, I want to be able to take care of my family. That's why I'm doing this. Like, I want to be the breadwinner of the family. I want to be able to have that family wealth. I want to be able to build that, and I'm going in the right direction to do that. So I'm just head down and keep going.
Sounds like, you know, we always hear about what's your why. It sounds like, we can all talk about that, and we can all identify that, but it sounds like it's been in your heart for a while.
It has. Like I say, my mama did everything by herself. So me seeing her do that by herself makes me, I gotta go get this from my mama now. Like, that's why I do the things I do. That's why I run the way I run, the way I play. Cause like now I'm doing this not just for me. I'm doing this for my mama, my sister, my brother, my aunties, my cousins. Cause when they need something, they come ask me. So it's just like I'm doing it for them.
Is that pressure?
At all?
No.
It's just I mean, it comes with it.
Yeah. I mean, as a dad, I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
like as a dad, I feel that, you know.
Because in reality, I'm like to the younger, like my cousins and my sister, I am their daddy. Like when it comes to what they need for this, what they need for that, can you do this? Yeah, I got you. How much is it? Like I don't never question nothing, because at the end of the day, I'm here to help them reach their goals and be successful. Like my sister and my cousin they in college right now. I told them, if y'all stay in college, y'all won't have to worry about nothing. That's how I see it, because that's how my mama was. Like she tell me, you go to school, you got a job. Well, go to school. You go to school, you stay in school. Right. You don't have to worry about nothing. So that's kind of like, I'm really taking after my mama. Like, I'm using her rules and her, you know, how she go about stuff. So,
how is your mama? Tell us about your mom.
She a hardworking, lovely lady, man. Like right now, she working to get her CDL license, so she can start driving trucks and moving around, working for herself. So
really,
yeah. So I'm kind of like helping her through. Well, I'm not gonna say helping her, but like she's doing that. She driving an hour away from the crib to go to school every day.
Was she hard on you? How did she motivate you? What are some things that she did to help you, like learn the things that you've learned? Cuss
me out every day. It's like bro, I used to think my mom was mean.
Yeah?
Like, I used to think she was so mean, bro.
You're like, this coach has got nothing on my mom.
Nothing. Like her talking to me, like, I'm like, why are you so mean to me? She was like, I'm doing this because I love you. And like, now that I'm older and I see it, it's like, okay, I see what you was talking about. But yeah, my mom, she was rough around the edges.
Well, it's obviously paid off.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
I mean, and you've had an interesting run. You know, tell me about getting recruited in high school, and you know, like, where were you? What kind of recruit were you? Were you getting a lot? I mean, you ended up going to Texas your freshman year, and you know, Texas pretty much can just pick the players they want. You know, a lot of people recruit. I always joke at Texas, because of the population and the number of big-time players that come out of there, they just, like, do sign-ups. So, like, yeah, we'll take you. Like, everybody's standing in line. Yeah. Some people get in the club and some people don't. But you got to go. I mean, they wanted you. Yeah. So you must have been pretty well thought of.
Semi wanted me. Semi wanted me.
Well, you went there.
Yeah. It was a good experience. It was a good experience. for sure.
So you were pretty highly recruited out of high school. It didn't work out for you at Texas, right?
Nah.
And you were a quarterback. Let's
Yeah.
remind fans that you were a quarterback. So you think you're going to be a quarterback. You're going to be a college quarterback. You go from Texas, you transfer to Utah. And you played just a little bit at Texas,
Yeah.
right? Transfer to
No,
Utah.
I didn't even play at Texas at all.
No games?
Cause I had just came off a ACL tear.
Okay.
So I was still recovering.
Tell me about that. Just what that was like.
So it was my senior year in high school. We was in the semifinals, and we did a read option. I ran up the middle, guy hit me in the knee. I tore my ACL, MCL, and PCL.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and then I had already knew that I tore it because I heard it pop. So, like, that happened, and then we ended up losing the state championship the next week. And so the recovery, that was probably, I ain't gonna say it was my lowest, but, like, I was in a deep depression because, like, I couldn't do nothing. I started losing muscle mass, weight. Like, I was 220 before I got hurt. I dropped all the way down to, like, 200, 199. Like, I was out of it. So then I started doing rehab treatment and stuff like that, and I started getting my strength back. But then I went to Texas, and I came back a lot faster than I was supposed to. So that's kind of how
that rehab stuff's tough, huh?
Yeah, that whole process sucked.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah.
I hated that
That's no fun, man.
at all.
I mean, it's like doing all this work just to get back to where you can work harder. to
Yeah.
Get back.
Yeah.
Like, how far behind is behind?
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't obviously gone through it like you have, but, man, I get it. I see that.
It was a lot of sleepless nights dealing with that.
Man.
Like, I'll be in the bed crying because I'm in so much pain. Like, it's 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. My mama got to get out the bed, come help me. Hey, I need something.
So you go from Texas to Utah, transfer to Utah. Tell me about your journey once you got to Utah.
It was cool. Welcomed me with open arms. I didn't really take a visit there like I was supposed to. I just signed my letter of intent. Cause usually I knew somebody. I knew a couple people from up there. So like I called them. Hey, how is it? The main reason why I went up there was because of my boy Ty. And basically he was telling me like they eating up there, and I was watching their games and stuff, and I'm like, that uni's fire. Like I like the unis. So I'm looking into it now, and then it was a winning program, so I was like, why not?
Yeah.
So then end up signing my letter of intent, and then Ty ended up dying. And then I end up still going, and then I end up meeting Ayla, Ty best friend. So, cause we all from the same city, so we clicked automatically. So once we got to the hotel, Ayla and the coaches was sitting there waiting on me. So then my coaches went with my mama, I went with him, and then he was just showing me around Utah. It's lovely out there. The mountains, the people. It's cool.
Pretty nice.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it at Utah.
If it's okay, tell me more about the late Ty Jordan. You know, what that was like for you to go through a shooting. How did he die?
He say a gunshot. He shot himself, but I really don't think that's how that happened. But it kind of surprised me, cause like I just talked to you like 5 days ago. So, like, for the news to come out like that, it kind of shocked me in a way. But I, life keep going. I dwelled in it. I grieved a little bit. But I'm like, got to keep going. I kind of try to use it as motivation to keep going for him.
So, you get there, playing quarterback. Eventually, you switch positions, but you did some things at quarterback there.
Yeah.
Tell me about the progression. What happened, and how did you move to running back?
One, I just got tired of waiting. We was down in the running back room, so the OC came and asked me, was like, do you want to be a emergency back? Why not? So then took reps at running back. They liked it. He was like, "You want to go full time?" Yes. So then that next week, I ended up playing against Arizona State. I think it was the next week. But I ended up playing against Arizona State, scoring my first touchdown, and then never looked back.
Did some good things there. Had some big moments, put some yardage together. I mean, had a good season. And so you played there 21, 22, 23.
I redshirted 21.
Right, you were there 21.
22, I played half of the year, and then 23, that was my first full year.
And, yeah, their third year there, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I was hurt that whole year.
Really?
Yeah. I was banged up from fall camp. Yeah, that was...
So you're just making it work. Did you lose another friend when you were at Utah?
I lost 3 in the year of 2020, and then I backdoored and lost ALO in 21.
Man.
Yeah, and then it kept going. I ended up losing my auntie the day of the Rose Bowl. We played Penn State. Then I ended up losing one of my close friends that I was with at Texas, Jaden Hullaby. He died last year in May of 2023.
So you've suffered quite a bit of loss in your life.
Yeah.
How has that impacted you?
I ain't gonna lie. The year 2021, it kind of put me in a hole. Like, I fell into a deep depression, and I was like kind of mentally not there. Like, I mentally checked out. Like, I wasn't worried about football. I wasn't worried about. Well, I was still doing my schoolwork and stuff, but it was just like I mentally like checked out. Like, I just had the mindset of like, I ain't gonna say I ain't want to like be here, but like I ain't want to be in the environment. Like, I wanted to go home. Like, but they kept telling me like, nah, stay there. It's okay. You gonna get it. But I'm like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
But then again, I kind of like, I tried to like think of it as positive. Like, got closer to God, prayed more, and then I just kept just take it day by day and continue to build. Like I say, continue to build days on top of days.
Yeah, it's tough. Can make us stronger, right? If
Yeah.
we allow it to.
Yeah.
And it's tough, man. I hate that you've had to go through some of that, and don't wish that on anybody. Get to the end of the season, and you decide to put your name in the portal. What were you thinking at that point? Like, as far as making a change, like what went into that?
One, I just felt like I wasn't being used to my full potential, and then two, I wanted to be closer to home my last year.
So when you get in the portal, how do you end up coming to Arkansas?
Bro, it's crazy because, like, once I entered my name in the portal that night, 8 o'clock on the dot, Coach Fishback called me. And I'm talking about, they call me every day, almost 3 hours apart from the first call. So he called me at 8. Was it 9, 10, 11? Called me at 11. Then called me again. I'm like, it got to a point, so I told my mama, like, Mama, tell him to stop calling me. I actually had to like put in like a little text to decline calls from coaches. Like, I was getting so many calls, but then he was like, I talked to him. He was like, we need a back. Like, I'm like, anybody that calls you that much and keep saying it, they really, really want you. So then I ended up taking a visit here, and then my mama liked it. So once my mama liked it, it was done deal. So I was like, cool. And then it's only 5 hours from the crib, so I'm like, oh yeah, we locked and loaded. Come on now.
That's a recruiting story.
Yeah. They call me every day. Hey, we gotta set up a visit. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. Cause at first I'm like, Arkansas? What is there to do in Arkansas? And then she was like, Google it. So I'm like, where is it? Like, where is the school at in Arkansas? Cause like I got an offer from Arkansas when I was in high school, but like I never like looked into it for real. Like, it was like I heard a lot of people come here from Texas that played, like, from Mansfield Legacy. Mm-hmm. I heard a lot of their D linemen came here. So, like, I was like, I never knew too much about it. So once I looked into it, I'm like, okay. And then Coach Petrino was coming here, and I know the history about Coach Petrino. So, like, I was like, yeah, I'm liking that.
Yeah.
And then Coach Petrino just, I love the toughness. I love your toughness. He kept saying it in my visit, and I was just like, cool. And then, like I say, my mama loved it, so she had an amazing time here. And they fed us so much that in those 2-3 days, bro, I ain't never ate that much. But yeah, it was cool.
They did it right. They made you feel it.
Yeah, for sure.
And here you are. You've been showing out. What do you like about Petrino's offense?
He said he basically put us in the best position to be successful. That's what I like about the offense, for sure.
So you feel that. The players feel that.
Most definitely.
That's got to give you confidence.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, you know you're going to make mistakes and you try to improve on those. You're not going to be perfect.
It's football.
But you feel like, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but what I see is like eagerness, excitement, because you think, man, you know, we can do this. We got a plan, and you believe in it.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
And you've probably been on the other side of that some.
Yeah.
Where maybe you don't quite feel as good about it.
Yeah, it's sometimes, you know, we all make mistakes. It's part of life. It's going to happen. So, I mean, like I say, it's part of life. It's going like mistakes going to happen.
So tell me, you know, the start that you've gotten off to here. Mm-hmm. Has it met your expectations? Do you feel like there's a lot more you got to do?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, we just getting into conference play, but I do have a goal, and my goal, I'm on the right track to my goal. So I just got to keep working.
You want to share what that is, or is that personal?
I need 1,000. I need 1K by the end of the season, and 10 plus touchdowns. So I'm on the road to it. So.
What's the most difficult part about being a running back? It seems like it takes a physical toll on you.
It really do. That, like, you don't feel it during the game because your adrenaline running, but that next day, that Sunday, you feel every hit. Like, it be so hard to get out the bed sometimes. I be like, dang, bro, I don't want to go to treatment. I just want to lay here. But you got to get up. Because you got to practice that next day. So it's tough playing running back, especially in SEC. You just got to really just take care of your body.
Yeah, I mean, when we watch you play, you're big and strong and fast. How would you describe your game?
I really don't know. I just be playing. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just do it for the love of the game. I don't really just compare myself to nobody or how I play. You just play. Go out there and do what you do. That's how I look at it.
How is there any other back you would compare yourself to, like in the NFL, or just not saying you're them, but like stylistically?
I mean, depending on how I'm feeling. Like, some games I be feeling like I want to run through somebody's face, so I'll go look at Derrick Henry. Who else? Who else be running through people's face? Isaiah Pacheco. Like I look at running backs that run hard. Or then some days I be like, I want to get a little elusive. So I go look at Josh Jacobs, or I go look at Jonathan Taylor too. I like Jonathan Taylor too. But yeah, I like and DeAndre Swift and Josh Jacobs. That's who I really be looking at for real. Even though they a little smaller than me, but like I like the way they run the football.
So how would you describe yourself personally? Like, who are you? What are you about? What besides football?
Oh, I don't do nothing outside of football. If I'm not with my family, bro, I'll be chilling. Like, I'll be with the team, with my teammates. I'll be at the house chilling, watching highlights, watching film. That's it. Like, until I get to where I want to go, I'm chilling. That's really what I'm on.
Yeah, you mentioned it being a business.
Yeah.
Tell me more about what you mean by that.
So it's a lot of politics that goes into football nowadays. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. So like, and as far as being a business, like, you have to look at it as, you have to be a businessman when it comes to playing football. As far as NIL, how you train, how you talk in meetings, how you take notes, like everything has to do with being a businessman. So like, once you take all that and apply it to the field, now the scouts looking at it, and then like, all you really doing is preparing yourself to go to the next level. And like, and the, what do you say, next man up mentality too. Like, once that person get to snapping, now you gotta take the back seat, because now he playing good now, and you been hurt. So like, and he been doing his thing. So now he in front of you. So now it's just like, it's a lot goes into that, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot goes into that.
A lot of investing in yourself.
Yeah.
Because you are the brand for your business.
Basically.
And then, you're obviously working with your teammates,
Yeah.
but you got to take care of yourself so you can give it to your teammates.
Yeah, that is true.
How has NIL changed the locker room? I mean, you got new players, you got all these things. I'm not talking about just I'm saying in general, and you can comment on this team if you want. But have you noticed anything different? Like, is it harder to be a good teammate? Is it harder to have chemistry? Take us on the inside. Everybody sees it from the outside. They all talk about this and that, and the problems or the good.
It's not a problem. It becomes a problem when you doing the work and you don't get rewarded for it. Then it becomes a problem. But like, far as just like, it's not really a problem. Like, we still gonna play football. We still got a goal to achieve. Like, a couple $1,000 not gonna change the goal. Like, you trying to get millions.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it ain't really changed nothing for real.
What do you like about this team?
We got some dogs. And bro, this is probably the funniest team I've been on in a long time. Like, a lot of people speak their minds more than usual.
Yeah.
Like we all men here. Like, if we got an opinion, we gonna voice it. So like, and that's what I feel like a lot of people don't do at schools, cause like, he got coach, this and that. Nah, bro, we men. Like, at the end of the day, you respect me, I respect you. So like,
you can't just share stuff with each other if you don't have that common respect, because then you don't want to cause problems.
Yeah. So then that's basically how they go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I like to ask every Razorback this that we ever do an interview with on the Hog Pod. So when your time here is over, whenever that is, how do you hope Razorback fans remember Jaquindon Jackson?
As one of the best running backs to come through here, man. That's my goal. That's my goal. What Rocket had 9 100-yard games in 2022. I'm gonna go for 10. That's what I'm on.
The key is stay healthy. Is that the key?
That's the biggest key. I have to stay healthy. Have to. Cause you ain't healthy, then you ain't producing. You ain't getting no film. You can't get to the next level. That's basically how that goes.
I love it.